Hello, people. We're just starting. I actually forgot to change the Twitch title of day 2. I just realized that. Oops, I had everything set up except for my actual Twitch dashboard. So I should probably change that to say day 2. And then I'll post it on Discord and we'll get ready. No starting soon screen today. And probably won't do starting soon for the rest of this challenge just because it's taken a long time. Starting soon for the rest of that's my voice. You know, that like 10-15 minutes of starting soon, I could be grinding Viridian Forest. Post that I'm live on the Discord. There we go. Alright, now we just game. Just Viridian Forest Simulator. There is a very realistic chance. So I can only stream until noon today, which is in about a little over 3 hours. We have 7 hours played. It takes roughly 10 hours, the guide says, to get through Viridian Forest with all the grinding. It is possible we do it before I have to go. Either way, I will be live again later today. So day 2 will have 2 parts. Day 2 will have like a 3-ish hour part, and then like an at least 2 hour part later in the day. So it won't be 7 hours of grinding, but it will be at least 5. I think we could get Spiro to 20 today. Or to 20 before I end stream for the first time. It is so much nicer now that we can like consistently one-shot most things. Rattata is still a pretty low level, I think, so that might be a pain. But it'll be okay. Oh, and I still have Caterpie to worry about. I forgot about Caterpie. I think I'll save Caterpie for a little while if I can. And really focus on it when I'm leveling up Mankey and Pidgeotto because those take the longest. Also, when the second GameCube player comes in the mail, which should be hopefully, it should be before I finish this challenge, I'm thinking. Actually, it might not be. I think the delivery date was like the 8th to the 13th, so it actually might not be here in time. But if it's here tomorrow, and I can set it up tomorrow afternoon after stream, what I could do for the next, I mean, it depends on how much we'll be grinding in the future of the rest of the stream, because most of the grinding is now. What I could do is set up the second GameCube and just do random encounters in Emerald at the same time, as this, which would be really funny. How's it going, Lapras? Just started off grinding, you know. Always on that grind. So, Wargo, how's it going? Enjoy the content on YouTube? Appreciate that, dude. Welcome over to Twitch. You're getting a little behind-the-scenes look of the YouTube content. Ooh, level 15 on Spearow. Let's go. Theory Attack, huge. It's another move we can use. But yeah, doing Versus Oak Challenge. When this is done, it'll be a video on the main channel, of course. Aiming to finish this Sunday night, if not Monday. Started it yesterday. Grinding this thing out. Streaming for at least 7 hours a day, except for today. Today will be shorter. But today should be at least 5 hours. We could get to 7 hours, actually. It's possible. Because yesterday I streamed from about 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Today I have to stop stream at about noon. And then I'll start streaming again later in the day at like 6 for at least 2 hours, maybe 3. Hoping to at least finish the Viridian City grinding today. I was thinking about this morning, right when I woke up, because that's how my brain works. But when we get around to doing the Ruby and Sapphire one, it's going to be so fun doing both games at the same time, because then I can grind version exclusives in each game and then trade them over. And even though I'm playing 2 games at once, which might seem tedious, I think it'll be a lot easier to complete the challenge because I'll be able to grind 2 things at once. It might be a bit confusing having 2 games up at the same time. And I'll also have to, like, beat gym leaders and stuff. So I'll have to, like, manage that. Oh, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's an oak challenge. I'll be grinding a lot and have my little Pokemon. Funny if you get a shiny at the same time on both games. Can you imagine? The odds of that are, I forget the exact odds, but the odds of getting 2 shinies at the same time is like insanely low. People do it by accident. So like, okay, RNG in Pokemon games is very weird, and I don't fully understand it. But what I know what some people do is when they do multi-game hunts, where they shine into multiple games at the same time, a lot of the times they play on emulator. Or what they do at either situation, if it's emulator or actual cartridges, is they use the same save file. So they get one save file and put it across all the games. And the issue with that is you have the same trainer ID and secret ID. So a lot of the RNG frames are the same in those games. So if you're playing on a controller controlling all of them at the same time, you could hit the same frame at the same time in multiple games, and that is a shiny frame. If that makes any sense. I'm doing a terrible job explaining it. But basically, if you shiny hunt in multiple games at the same time, you have to make sure that each game has a unique save file, essentially. So that way, the RNG frames are different. A little while ago, I never made a video with this. I might eventually. Actually, I might use this copy of Ruby for the Oaks challenge when I get to it. But I did RNG Manip in Ruby version to get a shiny Trico. And the way it worked, I had to like calculate which frame I had to press A when I reset the game. And if you do it at the perfect frame, then you're going to get a shiny. But it's impossible to know what the shiny frame is unless you like look for it, you know? And you can't just like find it easily. Thank you, Dor, for the follow. Appreciate it. Never heard of that frame. I'm doing a terrible job explaining it, but if you just look up, it's more specifically with Generation 3, with Ruby and Sapphire. If you look up like Generation 3 or Ruby Sapphire, RNG Manip, or Shiny frames, you'll see a better explanation. It might be in Gen 4 also, actually, now that I think about it. But I don't think it's in like the new games, like Scarlet Violet, Sword Shield. Pidgey actually lived the hit. What the heck? And I missed a Fury attack? So Young Cynical, how's it going? Got some coffee in the cup? I do. Got my my Charizard mug. Bam. On the other side. Pretty cool. I was thinking about this too. I should have got the Pikachu one. Because there's a store near me that has like all these like Pokemon mugs like this. And they have a Pikachu one, a Jigglypuff one, and a Charizard one. I think that might be it actually. Oh, and a Snorlax one, I think. Should have got the Pikachu one for the Pikachu challenge. But I got this like 2 years ago. So. Or maybe like a year ago. I don't remember exactly. It's funny though, because for a while, I stopped drinking caffeine like almost entirely. Because it was like hurting my stomach, giving me headaches. And then I like slowly started drinking more. And then it got to a point where I was probably having a little bit too much because I was having Red Bulls almost every day. And then I've dialed it back and I have coffee almost every day. Usually on weekdays I have it. Just like a small bit of that little caffeine really helps, but too much caffeine does not help. Got a Mario Bros one that color changes. Oh wait, that's pretty cool. Is it like Mario on it, and like if you put coffee in it, it's Fire Mario? Level 16, cool. I've seen mugs like that. Those are always pretty cool. The thing about this one though, that's like a good and bad thing, is it's kind of small. So I know I don't put too much coffee in it, but also like it overflows sometimes by accident. It's like slightly smaller than like a traditional mug that you would use. Like usually like it's filled almost to the brim when I make coffee. I think it's like 8 ounces or something, I don't know. And I also don't put sugar in my coffee, which might be weird. I put creamer, and I'm sure the creamer has sugar, right? Thank you, Gamersaurus Rex, for the follow. Appreciate it. I put, what is it called? I think it's the International Delight. I forget the brand, but it's French vanilla creamer that I like. Non-dairy, because dairy hurts my stomach, unfortunately. Can't remember the design on it. I try not to use it too much because you gotta hand wash it. That's a little annoying. I try not to have too many mugs though. There's so many mugs that I would like love to have, but I can only drink from one mug at a time. So I have like 3 or 4 mugs that I drink from. This one's my favorite probably. I have another one that's like a Pokeball. Well, it's like a regular mug shape, but has like a Pokeball design on it. It's not like a circle. And then I have a Jelly Belly one that my sister got for me for Christmas one year. It has like all the jelly beans on it. It's kind of cool. And then I also have just like a plain, simple white one. I don't know why I like that one so much. It's like just like a generic, just white. Nothing on it. Clean. Simple. Perfect. I have a few glasses that are cool though. Like I have a Pikachu one that has like all these like Pikachu designs on it, and it's really cool. And then I have one that I got at a regional. I think I got it at Baltimore Regionals. I'm pretty sure. And it has, it's like a Japanese glass, and it has like Pikachu on it. Looks kind of cool. I got that with like prize wall tickets. I like entered a side event. I had like 50 tickets, and I just used it. And it cost, I think, $6 to enter the side tournament. So basically it was $6 for it. Oh, I'm out of packs. So Fury Attack is the one that does more damage when you... Oh wait, no, never mind. Fury Attack is a multi-hit move. Okay. I thought Fury Attack was the one that did more damage when you go for it more. That's Fury Cutter though, right? I might have those mixed up. It's Fury Cutter, okay. Makes sense. I did also make sure to back up my save file after stream yesterday. So I have a Game Boy operator, or a GB operator as it's called. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially like a little device that you can plug into your computer. And then you can put in a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color cartridge or regular Game Boy cartridge and play on your PC, which is kind of cool. I'm not doing that for this playthrough though, because it's technically emulation. Like, yeah, it's from the official cartridge, but like it's a third-party device. It's emulation technically. And I wanted to keep this as like official as possible. So that's why we're doing the GameCube with the Game Boy player. No speed up. Looks really good with the HDMI converter though. I do like that. Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, if I go full cam, you can see it. There you go. There's my GameCube. Here's the controller plugged into it. We're gaming. I talked about this yesterday's stream, and I don't... Oh, that was a 3-hit move. And I didn't mean this in like a negative way, but in hindsight, I may have said it in a more negative way. But I really like doing challenges that are like 100% legit, because there's a lot of the times on YouTube where you see videos and it's like, okay, they're doing this challenge, but like they didn't stream it, and I don't know if they're using emulator or not. Did they speed up? Did they hack items? Like, you don't know. So I like doing this live on stream with the VODs and posting on the VOD channel, so that way people could be like, oh wow, yeah, he actually did this. You got a Wavebird? Yeah, I have 2 Wavebirds, which is awesome. I got them when I was a kid playing GameCube. And I'm going to need those Wavebirds, because I feel bad because I repeat myself a lot. So if you're watching the VOD, sorry. But also there's people coming in and out. I don't know who heard what I said. But I have a second GameCube, and I have a second Game Boy player coming in the mail. So with the Wavebirds, what I can do is put one receiver in each, put them to the same channel, and then use one Wavebird controller, control both. So I can shine into 2 games at the same time, which is awesome. What's up, MT Belly? How's it going? Came from YouTube. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. I also like them in the original console they came out for. It's so funny though, because if you've been here for a while, and like Lapras, you might know this because you've been here for a while. I would always kind of meme about, oh, I always play on official hardware, and I may or may not have played on official hardware when I said that. But now, like, I actually only play on official hardware. The closest thing I'll get to not playing official hardware is the Game Boy operator. But I very much prefer playing on, like, actual games now. And once I set all this up and, like, have all the Oak challenges done, I'll have completed save files of each game, which will help me a lot with making videos. Because a lot of the times when I make videos, I just need random footage of a random game. And typically, if you have a completed version of the game, you could just go anywhere and get that footage. But now, if I have, like, actual cartridges that have every Pokemon and have been everywhere in the game, I could record that easier. Especially now that I have the Game Boy player with the HDMI converter to record GameCube. And also the DS capture card, which I should be getting soon. I still have the DSs. They're behind me. I have to send them off to the person who's going to modify them to get capture cards installed on them. However, they're in the middle of moving, so they're a little busy. And can't mod my DSs at the moment. I did want to check the shipping status, though, of the other Game Boy player. Quickly. So it did ship. It is expected to be here. Tracking was available as of yesterday. Oh, it's coming from Japan, though. I didn't realize that. Makes sense, because it was a Japanese version. As of... What the heck? Okay, as of 4:30 p.m. today, but in Japan, so I don't know what time that is in the United States, it was still in Tokyo. It's just so funny to see that it says 4:38 p.m. Tuesday, January 7th, which, like, didn't happen yet here. Time zones are crazy. So it probably won't be here tomorrow, even though it says... Oh, the estimated arrival date is January 8th to January 22nd. I didn't realize it was that far. I thought it was January 8th to 12th. I mean, whatever. It's fine. Realistically, I don't need it until after the 22nd anyway. Out of coffee. The saddest story known to man. I do really like coffee, though. One thing I've noticed, and I don't know if anybody in chat has noticed this too, but I used to love Dunkin' Donuts coffee, specifically the iced coffee. I don't know what happened. Why does Dunkin' Donuts coffee suck now? Like, the last, like, year or so. It's just not good. I get iced coffee, and it's like... It, like, does... The best way I can describe it is it doesn't taste like the coffee is, like, fully brewed into the water. If that makes any sense. Yo, what's up, Stealth Hawk? How's it going, dude? Watching from work. How's work going, dude? 17. Nice. Alright. Does anything else have PP? Oh, Max does. Oh, and Redneck does, too. Who's Redneck? Oh, but Redneck is evolved, right? No, it's not. Oh, you're just out of PP. Okay. So we gotta use Max, all of his PP, then go heal. Rinse and repeat. At least now we only have 4 Pokemon to work with. Or maybe 5, I forget. Because we're done with the Nidorans. A little boring? Damn. My work is grinding in Viridian Forest. Are you winning, son? Technically. It's hard to lose in an Oaks challenge. Granted, there are some ways that I could lose if I am not paying attention. Like if I go through Mount Moon and I don't get both of the Moonstones, that's really bad. Because you can't go back into Mount Moon until a little bit later in the game. And I need those Moonstones. It does kind of suck, though, how there's 4 Pokemon that you need to evolve with the Moonstone once you get to Cerulean City. But you only get 2 Moonstones at that point in the game. Surprise Max level 24 already. Yeah. Been using him a lot. About a program somebody created transfer Gen 1 to Pokemon Gen 3 games. It's called PokeTransfer to GB. I've seen that. They even made like a... I forget exactly how it worked, but they made like a program that looks like a legitimate like Nintendo program. It was really cool. That's something I might possibly mess with after I do the Crystal challenge for this. Maybe transfer something up. That'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. I know I've said this a ton of times yesterday, but I am so excited to do this on Crystal and Ruby and Sapphire because I can get shiny Pokemon. Like, between the Crystal one and the Ruby and Sapphire one and the amount of grinding that you need to do, I have to find at least 1 shiny, right? Oh, it's for the Wii. I didn't realize that. Using it works really well. That's awesome. I'm assuming, though, you can't then transfer that Pokemon up to Scarlet and Violet, right? It'll be seen as, like, a illegitimate Pokemon. Which isn't that bad. I got a comment yesterday on the community tab post about me going live, and they like, were confused as to why I was playing this on an actual cartridge. They were like, I don't understand. Why are you playing on the cartridge? You know you can't transfer Pokemon past Generation 2. Why are you not playing on the Virtual Console? This makes no sense. And I'm like, I just want to play on the cartridge. Like, what? They're legit Pokemon go all the way up. Oh, that's incredible. What? That's really cool. Oh, I guess maybe the game sees them as the Virtual Console counterpart once it gets to Gen 6. Is that how that works, maybe? That's pretty cool. I'll probably try that out at one point. Because I have, like, no Pokemon that I would want to transfer up from Gen 1 or 2. Because I don't actually think I have a completed save file of a Gen 1 or 2 game at the moment. I have my sister's Pokemon Yellow, actually. That's a completed save file, I think. But all my Gen 2 games, except for my Crystal, well, including my Crystal, I guess, had their batteries dry, so they have no save file. But I replaced the save file, or the battery in my Crystal version. But I've been soft resetting for a shiny starter, so it's at the very start of the game. But I decided I'm going to stop doing that. So originally what I was doing with Crystal was I wanted to do a shiny badge quest in Crystal. But I started one in Soul Silver. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do a Precious Oak challenge in Crystal. And just shiny hunts after I beat the game, like, regularly. You get back up your Gen 1 and 2 games, then transfer them up. Okay. Yeah, I can back up the save files because I have a GB operator. So if you're wondering why I still have a Pidgey at level 25, it's because Pidgey learns Wing Attack at 28, but Pidgeotto doesn't learn until 20 or until 31. And having that extra attacking move really matters because then it means I have to travel to Pokemon Center less. So that saves a little bit of time. Actually, it's probably going to add up to a lot of time. Because Wing Attack is like, what, 30 PP or something? So that's 30 more Pokemon I can knock out before I have to heal each time. Another Pidgeotto. Is that the third one today? It's at least two, and it's only been about 25 minutes. Oh, it lived! Alright. It's so nice seeing that 145 XP. When everything else gives me less than 50, and the Caterpies give like 20 something. Level 8 Pidgey is solid though. That gives 60. Alright, see you, Young Cyndaquil. Have a good night. Thank you, Master Callum, for subscribing with Prime. Appreciate that, my dude. How's it going? Yeah, if you guys have Twitch Prime, you get a free sub every month to Twitch Streamer. If you want to use it on my channel, that'd be great. Give it a little crown next to your name that tells you if you have it or not. Thank you, Entity of Justice, for rating. How's it going? How's your stream? Right now, I'm just doing a Precious Oak challenge, which involves a lot of grinding in Viridian Forest. I have to level up my Pokemon, evolve my Pidgey into Pidgeotto, which can take the longest, and then fight Brock. Played Hollow Knight. Ooh, I never played that game. That's a PlayStation game, right? Or maybe just on PlayStation. I don't know. Oh, it's on everything. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was like a PlayStation exclusive, but apparently not. Something's picking up on my mic. And it's like pretty loud. I don't know if you guys hear any background noise. But I see the audio level when I'm not talking goes pretty high. And we got a hype train. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Entity. Appreciate it. That brings us up to 10 subs. Thank you. Yeah, the slight buzz is the GameCube. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. I can't move the GameCube any farther away because then the wire for the controller won't work. I guess I could use the Wavebird then. I might mess around with that, actually. Is Rebecca? That's easy to Okay, I'll try to remember that. Sometimes people tell me like names like that and I forget, so I feel bad. But I'll try to remember that, Rebecca. I might actually open up that GameCube and see why it's so loud, because I don't remember my other GameCube being this loud. You know what, Aaron? So have a good stream. Thank you for watching anyway and subbing and rating. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. I think between today and yesterday, this is going to be the longest amount of time, or the most amount of time I've spent in Viridian Forest, ever. Like, even if you count all the other times I played through a game with Viridian Forest and all the time I've spent in it before yesterday, I think today and yesterday alone will be much more time than that. I don't think I've ever spent more than, like, 10 minutes in Viridian Forest at one time. Do you hate Viridian Forest yet? Not yet, Coop. I hate Pidgey, kind of, though. I'm gonna hate Mankey more. Mankey kind of sucks. But, yeah, I've been doing a lot of grinding, you know. About, 8 hours or so into the challenge. All of that is basically Viridian Forest. Just chilling, you know. The doc I'm looking at says about 10 hours should be spent until Brock. And I'm hoping that I can get there around the 10-hour mark. Even if it's 11 or 12 hours, that's fine. I'll be able to do that today. But if it takes longer than that, I will be upset. Yeah, this is most of the grinding. Thank you, MT Valley, for subscribing. Appreciate it. I was looking at, 26. Don't evolve yet. Chaotic Meatball did a video on this a long time ago. And it took him about 13 hours to get to Brock. And then he had a final game time of 35 hours. So more than 1/3 of the challenge was before Brock. Which is just incredible. And look, there's some splits, or some situations I should say, where it's like, you only need to get one Pokemon before the next badge. I forget what badges, I think it's between badge 4 and 5. You only need to get Squirtle. And evolve to Blastoise, and that's it. It's before badge 5, yeah, it's just Squirtle. I don't know what level you get the Squirtle at, though. And just getting a Snorlax with my name on it. When I get to Snorlax, if I remember and you're in chat, absolutely. But that won't be for a while. That won't be until... Actually, I might be able to do it tomorrow. There's a chance I could do it tomorrow. Because today I should get to about 12 hours of game time, which would hopefully be past Brock. And then tomorrow I'll play for 7 hours to get to 19 hours. So at 19 hours, I think we'll be able to get to the first Snorlax. Yo, 3rd Pidgeotto of the stream. Maybe 4th, actually. I lost count. That's all of Chaotic Meatballs ones. Yeah. He did them a lot. See, it's funny because I talked about this yesterday. I thought there were so many more Professor Oak challenge videos on YouTube. There's not that many. What's up, Grumzini? How are you? Like, for Pokemon Yellow specifically, the only person who did, like, a traditional Oak challenge, like, get every badge, every Pokemon, was Chaotic Meatball. At least from what I could find in one video. I know Johnson has done a lot of Oak challenges, but he's never done just a straight-up Yellow Oak challenge. There was always some sort of difference in them. I haven't watched them, but, like, the ones that I saw that he did were, like, how many can you get, or how many Pokemon can you catch with only 4 badges, or how many can you get in 24 hours. Never, like, a straight-up full challenge. You can't get all 151 in Yellow. I think it's roughly 130-something you can get in Yellow. I kind of made a mistake by putting the counter to 151. I should have put it to the counter of total Pokemon, but it's fine. Eventually, when I get around to doing more of these challenges, though, I do plan on trading the missing Pokemon over to complete the decks. Including Mew. You did red on your own just for fun. Wait, on your own? Did you not even stream it? What? You just did it on your own. How long did it take? You didn't even stream it. You just did it. That's dedication, dude. See, I don't mind this too much because what I'm doing right now is essentially the same thing that I'm doing in my Soul Silver badge quest, except the difference is I can never get a shiny in Yellow version. So I don't know if that makes it better or worse, honestly. The timer got messed up because I used the file for Safari Week. Oh, okay, so you like had Wait, what do you mean the timer got messed up? Like there's more game time on the save file because of Safari Week? Or did you do Safari Week in the middle of the challenge? Is that what you mean? That's pretty funny. It showed it being longer because you're... Okay, that makes sense. I went for a shiny Porygon too. That's awesome. So I guess when you did that, you had to... Wait, did you play that on emulator then? Because how did you do the shiny hunting? Or did you do it on Virtual Console? And you had like the patch installed to show shinies? Pre-patch 3 shows 58 hours. Virtual Console. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm insane in doing it on an actual cartridge. Because as far as I know, I don't think anybody has done that for a video. Because I have to ask Chaotic Meatball, but I think he played on emulator. I don't think he used speed up, but I think he played on emulator. First chance is the off chance I found a random shiny. That makes sense. See, I was thinking about that too. Like, there is a chance that I could have found a shiny and have no idea. It's very possible. I don't know how many Pokemon I would have encountered just in Viridian Forest alone. But it's probably like at least 1,000, right? Unless I like catch every single one and check their stats, which is just not possible because I won't have enough money to do that. To catch thousands of Pokemon. Oh, random grass encounters can be shiny in Gen 1? Really? Because I remember at Toronto Regionals 2023, I remember Nora had her Pokemon Yellow set up for shiny hunting on the Virtual Console, and she showed it to me, and she was running around the grass for a Mankey. I think that was in Yellow version. And I guess the Safari Zone's different? Oh, Nora's patch is also an RNG patch. Okay. I didn't know that was possible. I just assumed it would, like, show it. So, wait. Does that mean only static encounters could be shiny? Like the Mewtwo, the birds, Game Corner, and Eevee, I guess? Maybe fossils, too? Okay, gonna have to heal soon here. On cartridge, it's impossible to get random encounter shinies. Oh, okay, that makes you feel a bit better then. Yo, 4th Pidgeotto, maybe 5th? Crazy. Last Gust, too. Oh, fishing, too. That's cool. So I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this, but I have my second GameCube and my second Game Boy player in the mail. And once I get all that set up, and get to a point where I want to do the Ruby and Sapphire Oaks Challenge, I'm going to play both games at the same time. And then trade over version exclusives between games. And complete the decks in both at the same time. Because I think it'll be funny. I think I'll be able to do it in less time, because I can grind 2 Pokemon at the same time. Okay, who's the lowest level? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll just put Flawless in the front. Do an Origin Living Dexes in every game. Is Origin Living Dex catching the Pokemon in the game it first appeared in? That's kind of neat. Oh, flawless is Mankey. Mankey sucks in this game. And it's a shame because I love using Mankey and Primeape in Gen 1 games, but for this challenge, grinding is just so tedious with it. Gen 1 was easy since I had just finished my Oak challenge. Yeah, that makes sense. I was looking at this the other day too, and I think all the Pokemon missing in Yellow are in Crystal version. So once I do the Crystal version Oak challenge, I could just catch the missing Pokemon and trade them back too, because I don't have Red version. My sister borrowed it like a year ago and never gave it back. So I think I have blue version. I have 2 blue versions, strangely enough. But I think between blue and yellow, you can get every Pokemon except for, I think, Ekans. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, Gen 3 onwards is easier because of pickup. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Just ball out with like a level 100 Zigzagoon that has pickup. Or like 3 of them. Just pick up rare candies. Crystal surprisingly has like every Pokemon minus the starters and legendary Pokemon and a couple of random Pokemon. Okay, that's good. I have a second copy of Crystal, a Japanese copy, with a new battery, so I could just like start the game, get this missing starter, and trade it over. And I think the only like choice Pokemon or option. Oh, how do I phrase this? The only Pokemon that are choices in Crystal are the starters, right? It's not like this game where you have Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and the fossils. What's up, Alyssa? How's it going? Yep, just grinding. You know, still in the forest. What's up to Madi V? Thanks for the follow. Retro Gamer, how's it going? Thank you, Tamati. I'm trying my best. Right now, the only luck that can benefit us is encountering a lot of Pidgeotos because they give the most XP, and getting critical hits and high rolls for one-shots. Thanks for the follow, Innis the Vampire. Or Inace the Vampire? I don't see your name right. There's some issues with getting enough stones for evolutions, but if you are trading over from Gen 1, you're fine. Okay. I could do that. I also have the Pokemon Pikachu thing for Gen 1 and Gen 2. And I think you could get some items from it and transfer it over to Crystal. Yo, thanks for subscribing, Enasis. Or Ianus. I'm so sorry I'm saying your name terribly wrong, but appreciate it. Because I might use that whenever I start doing the Crystal Challenge. Which I don't know if that's against the Oak Challenge rules, but I don't care. I might just use my Pokemon Pikachu and be like, hey, today I walked 10,000 steps and got a rare candy. The thing that sucks, though, is my custom Game Boy, or my FPGBC as they call it, doesn't have an infrared port that works. That's just there for show. So I can't actually transfer over to the Game Boy, and I don't think the Game Boy player has an infrared. So I'll have to play on like my actual original Game Boy Color with no backlit screen to transfer the stuff over. You can't trade anything over. It's not technically trading, though. That's the thing. It's using the Pokemon Mini, which is like a Pokewalker for Gen 2, essentially. So, like, I don't know if that counts. Because if I ever get around to doing this in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I would want to use the Pokewalker for it. To get some other encounters. I think that'd be kind of cool. What is Fresh's Oak Challenge? The Fresh's Oak Challenge is you have to get every obtainable Pokemon before each gym badge. Ooh, Karate Chop. Cool. So right now, we have to focus on evolving our Pokemon before Brock. There was a doc I was looking at, or a Reddit thread, that had all like the Oak Challenge spreadsheets. And they had a separate one for Heart Gold with the Pokewalker and Heart Gold without the Pokewalker. Anonsis. Okay, sorry about that. No one gets it right. I'm sorry. I tried my best. How are you going to do Gengar? You don't have to do trade evolutions in this. So that's kind of good. I mean, I could just easily, like, trade it to another game because I have my Game Boy here and trade it back. But you don't need them. It sucks that I won't actually complete the full Pokedex in this challenge because I'm only playing yellow, like, contained in itself. I'm not trading or anything. But I'll go back eventually and trade over the missing Pokemon to get a full dex. Ah, dude. This freaking Mankey can't one-shot anything. Philly's the only Pokemon game where you can complete the dex without having to use any other games. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. What's up, Santa? How's it going? The one I got was for the brand of almond milk I use. I can't even complain. Oh, well, there you go. You changed your name, Senna. How long have you been Senna Inc.? I still have allergies a little bit. Much better today than it has been, though. That's how I know I'm getting old. I'm starting to get allergies, dude. It sucks. Would be a fun post-challenge section to do trades and get the rest of the not part of the Oak challenge. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So, whenever I get around to doing this on Crystal, I'm pretty sure that most, if not all, of the missing Pokemon, with the exception of... Actually, with the exception of maybe the fossils. I think the other fossil, yeah, is the only exception, is in Crystal. So what I could do is I could just play Crystal. Get all the Pokemon that are missing, then trade them over. What's up, MK7? How's it going? First time watching you on live stream. Appreciate that, dude. Watch yourself for at least 3 years or so. And I rewatch them every now and then. You and Keegan J are my favorite Pokemon to watch. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, Keegan's really cool. I've only talked to him a couple of times. Yeah, we're Pokemon. Rebranded. The domain is my website. Oh, that's a cool idea, Senna. Oh, Senna, how do I give you... Oh, I can't give you the art badge. Didn't we talk about this? So Senna made a lot of the art for my channel. Senna made the channel icon that I have. A couple of emotes, I think, right? Did you make an emote? I don't remember. And I don't think I can give you the artist badge and the mod badge, right? You need another Gen 1 playthrough to get the other fossil. Okay, so what I thought about doing when I started this challenge was on Pokemon Stadium 1, what you can do is you can beat the gym leader challenge, whatever, in that game, and then you get a random chance to get one of the choice Pokemon, which are the starters, the fossils, an Eevee, and like some other things. I thought about doing that to get the missing Pokemon for this, but the issue with that is it's random, and I don't need the starters, so I don't want to go through it and just get the starters. But that would be cool. I also have another completed save file of Yellow. I have to check to see what fossil was picked in that game, so I can just pick the other fossil. You need the Copium one. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and the future ones. I forgot about that. Yes. Oh my gosh, Mankey, why do you do this? Why can't you one-shot a Pidgey that's like half your level? ASMR of controller clicking goes hard. Yeah, I tried to mitigate the controller. Oh, another Pidgeotto. I tried to mitigate that as much as I possibly could, but there's no way around that, unfortunately. I'm using a third-party controller. It doesn't look third-party, but it is. It's kind of a nice one, actually. And the A button sounds loud. I tried using a different controller yesterday. That sounds much quieter in person to me, but chat said it sounded the same. So, whatever. Yeah, this will be a video when it's done, Gromzini. Oh, no PP left. Well. So the goal is to finish this Sunday or Monday, and then work on the video day in and day out until it's done. Remember that lady was scamming people with custom gaming controllers? I don't remember that. What's that about? You're playing on the GameCube with the extension on a real cartridge. Yeah, I'm playing on the GameCube with the Game Boy player. The only thing that's like slightly not official, but it still kind of is my Game Boy player disc is broken. So I'm using like a save state exploit or a save data exploit with Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, where basically the disc in my GameCube right now is Wind Waker, and the memory card has like a glitched save file that boots up the Game Boy player without having the actual disc. So the interface of the Game Boy player is a bit different, but it's still official hardware. And it's still running. So lady was doing like custom game controllers in Scano 2. Oh, that sucks. Cough mod the GameCube. The GameCube is technically modded. It's a Japanese GameCube modded to play American games, but it does not have homebrew. Didn't know you needed a disc for it. Yeah. I have the actual disc from when I was a kid, except I was stupid and didn't put it back in the case and left it rattling around in the box for years. So it cracked, you know? And it sucks because that disc is really expensive. But I have a Japanese one on the way. A Japanese Game Boy player and the Japanese disc. So that way I can move the Wind Waker one to my other GameCube and then have this Japanese GameCube with the Japanese Game Boy player. And play two at the same time. What's up, Flawless? How's it going? The things I tell my child self about these games I should have kept in good condition. Yep. Most of my games are pretty good condition. And a lot of my cards are good condition even. Which is good. Shakes head in disappointment. Sorry, Mount Belly. It is still like official though. Like, it's like all official hardware. Like the Game Boy player is literally running. It just the interface looks slightly different. It's not like homebrew or mod in that sense, which is good. It just doesn't have the frames, basically. As far as I was making reproduction discs for the Game Boy player, I don't know how reproduction games work for the GameCube. I see them a lot for the Dreamcast when I go to game stores. And I see a lot of reproduction cartridges, but I don't see reproduction discs for GameCube or Wii, PS2, like other consoles. So I don't even know if that's possible. It's pronounced empty belly. Oh, my bad. Did I say mount that time? Empty belly. Okay, makes sense. The GameCube need to be modded. Yeah, my GameCube's not modded in that sense. It's only slightly modded to play American games because it's a Japanese console, but that's not like a software mod or anything as far as I know. I think it's like literally you just put like a chip on it that overrides the lockout or something. I don't know. Oh, you need to have a modded GameCube and then burn the disc. I didn't know that. Burn just for missing the info that does not get copied to show their authentic GameCube games. Okay. Eight hours exactly. 8 hours played, no badges. It's like I'm playing Sun and Moon. Especially doing this raw with no speed up. Yeah, I'm trying to do it legit, as close to legit as I can, and I think I'm pretty much there. Again, the only slight asterisk is it isn't technically the Game Boy player. It's like, you know, it's whatever, you know. It's the save exploit with Wind Waker to boot the Game Boy player. What's up, Clark? How's it going? What's the challenge? The challenge is to catch and obtain every possible Pokemon before each badge. So right now, I have to evolve my Mankey to Primeape and evolve a few other Pokemon before I can fight Brock. So I have every possible Pokedex entry I could get before the gym. Can you play Fire without rare candies anymore? Because it would drive me nuts, all the grinding. Yeah. So right now we're about 8 hours in, and it's going to take minimum 10 hours before we can fight Brock. So I'm hoping to get to Brock today. I'm only going to be live for another 2 hours or so, maybe 2.5 hours. And then I have to end stream, but then I'll be streaming again tonight for at least another 2 more hours. So hopefully tonight we'll get to Brock. I mean, if we're lucky, we could maybe even get to Brock before this afternoon. Yeah, no shinies in yellow version, which sucks. But once we get to Crystal, we can get a shiny, maybe. Love Fire Red, so I need to finish the Elite Four Part 2. I never did that either. I got a European copy of Fire Red over the summer, and I beat it for a video that I released in September, just talking about Fire Red for their 20th anniversary. And I really want to, like, focus on that being, like, my main copy of Fire Red. However, I say that, and I think I might actually make my Leaf Green my main copy because I'm eventually going to do an Oaks challenge. I don't want to reset the Fire Red, so I'll reset the Leaf Green. But eventually, I would like to have, like, a Fire Red that's, like, complete and has everything and could, like, do the Battle Tower stuff, you know? Shiny Hunt in it. Another reason why I'm doing these Oak challenges is because I just want completed save files of every single game. So that way I can go back and do whatever I need in that game. I don't really need one for yellow version too much. Mainly for shiny hunting, for like Crystal, Ruby Sapphire, stuff like that. So I have a Crystal version I can use for this. I have a Ruby and Sapphire I can use for this. I have a Leaf Green. Don't have an Emerald version, unfortunately. I have to get one eventually, I guess. I have a Diamond copy I could use. Don't have a Platinum. I have a Heart Gold I can use. Black and White shouldn't be a problem. I have Black and White 2 I can use. I have a copy of Y I can use. I would have to get an Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. I have a Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon I can use. Actually, I just have a Sun and Moon I can use. I'll have to get an Ultra game. But yeah, it's fine. Basically, I just want every game completed. Trying to the Smith Plays for one of the Legacy versions. I have not. I'm just not super into ROM hacks like that. I like some of the hardcore ones. I've played those. Like Radical Red, Emerald Kaizo. I played those. Those are cool. Favorite Gen 2 Johto Pokemon? I would say Houndour. Houndour's really grown on me lately. It's a cool Pokemon. You don't have to apologize for asking questions, Retro. I understand that not everybody can be here at all times to hear everything that I say, so I don't get upset if people ask me things that I've said already, even if I've said it like 10 minutes ago. This is original hardware, though. Yeah, I'm playing on a GameCube with the Game Boy player. On an actual cartridge. Oh, I could do Coliseum and XD, technically. Because those I could just put in a different memory card. I don't need, like, another disc, which is good. How do you even grind an XD and Coliseum now that I think about it? There's no wild Pokemon. Can you rebattle trainers easily in that game? I guess you have to. And you could Shadow Hunting Coliseum. I don't know too much about how Shadow Hunting works in those games. I've heard of it, and I know some of the shinies look different than they do in the Gen 3 base games. Have that on SNES. I'm thinking the best way to stream it. And I haven't streamed before, but we'll research it. Yeah, you could stream from the SNES too with official hardware. It's a bit trickier, I think, though, because the SNES has like the coax connect to your TV, right? You would have to get something to somehow convert the SNES to HDMI and then get a capture card. And I don't know how that works. I've never recorded off of a console older than the GameCube. Oh, you can use AV cables for the SNES. I didn't know that. Okay, that's perfect then. Yeah, so you have to use the AV cables. You have to get an HDMI converter. The one I have is called Old School. It's like school with a K. It's called... What is it called? I can't show it to you because it's plugged in. But, it's called Old School AV to HD. That you have to plug in the AV cables, then HDMI on the other side. HDMI goes into the capture card, and then capture card goes into the PC. However, the old school converter needs its own power source. You need another outlet to plug it into. It sounds more complicated than it actually is. It's just a lot of, like, a string of wires, basically. I have a capture card from Amazon and an AV HDMI adapter. Oh, perfect then. You can do it. It's a slog to shiny hunt because the shiny check happens for both trainers, and you so catching it? I don't know what that means. Shinies mean actually shiny. Oh, that seems really confusing. Start a new save file in Ultra Moon, and the very first charge up I got caught had Poker, so that's cool. And I started a new ORS game, how to shiny routes. Damn, that's lucky. Wow. On Violet, found a Zora, and that's where. Wow, that's a lot of shiny luck recently. That's awesome. Have a GameCube too, but made some notes on that, thanks. I would also assume the GameCube is the most consistent, because the thing with the SNES and the Game Boy player is like it's like really exposed and can rattle, and like if you move your desk, you could accidentally like unplug the cartridge and it'll crash the game, whatever. That's the main reason why I decided to go for the GameCube for this and not play on the N64, because you could also technically do this on the N64 for Pokemon games if you have Pokemon Stadium 1 or 2. But the issue with that is, I don't have my N64 here, is the cartridge gets plugged into a thing on the back of the controller. So I remember playing it when I was a kid, and I would like put the controller down, and the game would crash because the cartridge moved or whatever. The GameCube, I'm pretty sure the GameCube is more consistent than the SNES when it comes to that kind of stuff. But if you only have the SNES, it'll be fine. Pokemon checks for shininess when the opponent throws it out and when you catch it. Oh! So they could send it out being shiny, and then you could catch it and it won't be shiny. That's wild. GameCube is GOAT, yeah. GameCube is great. I also just like the GameCube because if I ever need to play Coliseum or XD for a video, I already have this set up. It would be nice if the Game Boy player worked on the Wii, because then I could just have a Wii setup and also play like Battle Revolution and stuff like that. But it unfortunately doesn't. Haven't seen a Pidgeotto in a while. Oops. Why doesn't it? Just broken? Wait, I completely forgot what I was just saying. I'm pretty sure you're asking a question about what I just said. I honestly forgot what I was just saying. What about the Wii playing Game Boy Player? The Wii just doesn't play Game Boy Player. Because the Game Boy Player, like, plugs into the bottom of the GameCube. There's nowhere to plug it in on the Wii. If I go full cam for a second, you can see it better. I can't move it. And it's hard to see because it's black on black. But this is the GameCube. And then under my finger here, this is the Game Boy Player. This goes to the bottom of the GameCube. You see the yellow cartridge right there? The Wii is just a different shape. So it doesn't take it. It doesn't have like the hookups on the bottom of the Wii. Would be cool if it did. Or if they released like some sort of adapter. But honestly, like, that's like a super niche product that not a lot of people would use. I would, but yeah. I was watching someone stream RNG shiny hunting on Coliseum, and when he got an amazing RNG seed, he accidentally hit the reset button. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't know you could RNG in Coliseum and XD. It's kind of neat. Is that my last PP? That might have been my last PP on Mankey. It was. Alright, Mecha, it's your turn. There is a chance Mecha evolves before I have to heal it again. Because I think Mecha has a good amount of PP. And it evolves at 20, it's currently 17. Oh no, we only have 2 moves. Never mind, maybe not. And we missed. Great start. Good job, Mecha. And we can't even kill a Metapod. Oh, by the way, chat, did get my sushi yesterday. I ate a lot of sushi. It was so good. And because all you can eat included the kitchen entrees, I got some fried rice too and some lo mein. I probably ate way more than I should have. I was about a pound and a half or so heavier when I weighed myself this morning. But it was worth it. Thank you, Donkey Kong Dude, for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, I feel the same about soft resetting over a shiny. Or running away from a shiny. It's just like muscle memory, because you're so used to running away or resetting. After I knock this out, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And I'll be right back in a minute. Just save, just in case. I am back. Back on the grind. In Viridian Forest. Waiting for an encounter to put my headset back on. To be as efficient with time as possible. There we go. That took a long time. First time was a Graveler and Fire Red, immediately use Explosion. That is terrible. I have yet to get an accidental full odds shiny. A full odds 8192 shiny. On an actual cartridge. It's happened on emulator. A few times. At least like 2 or 3 times that I remember. What a reversion for Game Boy Advance SP and got a shiny Zigzagoon behind the flower shop randomly. That's funny. Do you have the Eon ticket from back in the day? I don't have it from back in the day, but I'm pretty sure I have it from events that people have ran like recently. Because there's ways to rerun those Gen 3 events, and I've been to conventions and stuff where they had it running. I know I have the Deoxys in my Emerald. I don't know if I have the Eon ticket though. How do you farm for rare candy? In this game, you can't. At least legitimately you can't. There might be ways to do it with glitches. I don't know exactly how the glitches in yellow work compared to red and blue. In red and blue, you definitely can. In Ruby and Sapphire, though, you can farm rare candies if you have a pickup Zigzagoon. Because the Zigzagoon, if it's a high level, has a chance to pick up rare candies. Which is kind of neat. Yeah, those Gen 3 events are always the coolest. It would be cool if they did more in-person events. Like, what they really should do at regionals, they should be like, hey, if you go to Pokemon regionals and go to Mystery Gift while you're here, you can get an event-only shiny Pangoro. I don't know. That's the first Pokemon that came to my head was Pangoro. Yeah, Pickup's an ability. Zigzagoon gets it. A few other Pokemon get it. I think in Fire Red Leaf Green you could use Meowth with Pickup. But strangely, Persian loses Pickup, so you need a Meowth, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna get the dock for games where you can slot in them into your old computer, so I have to use it. Wait, what? So you can slot them into your computer, so I can use the injector for the old event. Do you mean like an official one that was actually used? Or like one that somebody like made that's like a reproduction or something? Yeah, Gen 1 has no abilities. Neither does Gen 2. So pick up... well, Zigzagoon's also Gen 3. I thought it would be cool if they gave you an event Pokemon you are missing if you went to a regional event or whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's a third-party one. Okay. I remember going to get the Mystery Mew at Toys R Us in my Pokemon Emerald. And I still have that Mystery Mew. I cloned it, so it's like kind of legit, but not really still. I've cloned that Mew. I have it in my Emerald. I also have it in my Gen 4 and 5 games and stuff. And whenever I show that in a video, people are always like, that has to be fake. Because the Mystery Mew was given to at level 10, and yours said obtained at level 27. The issue with that is, I originally got an Emerald version at level 10. And when you transfer over a Pokemon from Gen 3 to Gen 4, it says arrived at the level the Pokemon was, not the level the Pokemon was originally obtained at. So if you get a Pokemon at level 10 in Emerald version, leveled up to 27 in Emerald version, then transferred over to a Gen 4 game, it'll say arrived at level 27. And so many people argue with me, and they're like, no, it's fake, you lied. I'm like, yep, I randomly lied about having an event Mew 10 minutes into a 30-minute video. So yep, you got me. Like, I remember going to the 10th anniversary tour too, the Journey Across America thing, and getting a few of those Pokemon. I got like a Raikou and some other things. I think that's in every game. It says met at Pokemon at X level or something like that. Yeah, that's true. If you caught it in that game, it'll say met at, but if you transferred over, it'll say arrived at. And arrived at won't be the level it was obtained at. It'll be the level it was when it arrived. G-Raptor is a Game Boy slot for your computer. Yeah, I have that. I have one of those. I'm using that to back up my save file between each stream, just in case something goes wrong, and I don't know, I lose the save file somehow. I did have the battery replaced in my yellow version over the weekend. However, like, in the off chance that they, I don't know, the battery that they replaced it with was like a dud battery that's like nearly dead, and I lose the save file when I start stream tomorrow, I'll at least have a backup, you know? It's like super unlikely to happen, but I would very much rather back up the save file than not back it up. I don't want to lose 7 hours of progress for nothing. Alright, Mecha's probably not getting to 30 before I have to heal it again. It's probably not even getting to 19, to be honest. Oh, Pidgeotto. That's not using the GameCube for Game Boy games. No worries about the batteries dying. Well, what do you mean? You ever done a catch Pokemon with wrong Pokeball challenge? No, I don't know what that is. How can a Pokeball be right or wrong? Ooh, level 18? Cool. If you play Game Boy games on the Game Boy player, on the Game Boy of this year, they don't. Oh, of the actual batteries. I thought you meant like the game's internal battery. That is true. It is plugged in and the battery won't die. My power could go out though. And that'll suck. Yeah, saved often. I'm trying to save every hour. I saved like 10 minutes ago and went to the bathroom, so we're good. Catch non-water Pokemon with a dive ball. I've never heard of that. Dude, I don't think there's a way that at 10 hours we have Pidgeot ready. Because that's an hour and a half from now. I don't think in an hour and a half we can level up Pidgey 10 levels and also Mankey like 12 levels. That's satisfying clicking the game controller. I'm glad you guys like it and aren't annoyed by it. Because sometimes a lot of clicking sounds can be annoying when they pick up on the mic. So that's good. Because this is like as low as I can make it. Unless I like hold the controller under the desk maybe. Then you guys probably can hear it. But I don't know, it feels weird holding my controller that low. You want to hear it? Okay, good. It's annoying when it's a keyboard, I feel like. Keyboards are more annoying with the clicky sound. Yo, what's up, PKCD? How's it going? I don't know if you want me to... I know who you are. I don't know if you want to say your name, but hello. All good, okay. I know PKCD in real life. That's why. just want to see what level everything's at. 17. Oh, the stupid Caterpie. Yeah, we still got a long way to go. Still got a lot of grinding to do. It would be great if I could encounter more level 8 Pidgeys and more Pidgeotos. But it is what it is. Almost done with the PP on Spearow. And I can switch Pokemon. I'm thinking after the next heal, Spearow should get to level 20. It might get to 19 right now. I mean, I only have 6 more packs. It might. I feel like it's been a little while since we leveled up to 18. It's gonna be so funny doing all this grinding though, and then going to fight Brock and just one-shotting him with level 36 Pidgeotto. Last spec. Can I get to 19 here? Oh, I actually did. Okay. So next heal should get us there. For real this time. Okay, Silence on level 5. It's the Caterpie. I will try it for a little bit, but if it's too annoying, I'll just switch train it. 6 Pidgey. Okay. Yeah, I'm just switching. I might be able to stay in on other Caterpies. Especially if this Caterpie's dumb and goes for a lot of string shots. It's not dumb going for a lot of string shots. We gotta switch. Okay, Metapod, we might be able to stay in on it, but the Harden's gonna be super annoying. We'll see how much Tackle does. We're a level above it. I'm gonna switch. Yeah. There we go, level 6. The Evolve's at 7. It's not too bad. If we see a Pidgeotto and switch on it, that's going to be a fat XP for it as well. We're level 8 Pidgey. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on switch training now. Now that it's level 6, after I heal it and come back, it should be able to hold its own a little bit better, at least. But I don't think switch training is really too worth it on, like, level 3 Pokemon. Especially when I'm getting, like, 11 XP split between both of them. Rattata could possibly get to 20 though today, or this before I heal it again. Because I think we have Tackle, Quick Attack, and then Hyper Fang, right? Do I have Quick Attack actually? I do. Okay, good. So Rattata has a lot of PP to use. It lived a hit. It's a little surprising. 19, perfect. We should finally be able to update the counter to 11 soon. Why is grinding the most satisfying but also tedious mechanic of RPGs? Yeah, I agree with that. It's like very like relaxing and just chill. It's tedious because, you know, it's hours and hours and hours of grinding on low level Pokemon. But it's really not that bad. And it'll, like, the grinding just gets easier as we progress in the game because the Pokemon will be a higher level. Like, for example, once we get the 4th gym badge, or 3rd gym badge, I forget, we get Squirtle as the only new encounter before the next gym, and we get the Squirtle at level 10, have to level it up to 36 to evolve to Blastoise. But by then, the wild Pokemon will be much higher level. So even though we're still grinding Pokemon from 10 to 36, it'll take so much less time because we won't be fighting level 6 Metapods. Early grinding always takes a while. Yep. Especially when I have to grind so much. Like, it's not like I'm grinding to beat the first gym. I'm grinding to do much more than that. I could very easily walk into the first gym right now and just demolish Brock because all my Pokemon are much higher level than his. But they're not a high enough level for the challenge. Dude, why are all these Metapods living? Come on, Rattata. Be stronger. They're pre-hardened for battle. Yeah, they come in with 1 hardened already. It might be because Tackle's weaker. Isn't Tackle 35 base power in this game, but Quick Attack's 40? Once I run out of Tackle PP and start going for Quick Attacks, it'll probably one-shot the Metapods at level 6. When you miss a tackle, then you get hit by a sand attack. That feels terrible. But we land the next one. Level 6 Pidgey gives like a decent amount of XP compared to other things we could find here. Appreciate that, Clark. This video, while it is a tremendous grind, it'll be worth it because it'll be an awesome video. It's so funny though because like so much of this challenge is Viridian Forest, but it'll make up like 2 minutes of the video, if that, because it's just so much grinding. Like, let's say the final video ends up being 30 minutes long, we'll probably be out of the forest by like the 5-minute mark or 6-minute mark. Got a Switch for Christmas. Landed on Sword after several videos. That's fun. Sword and Shield aren't bad, I don't think. They're fun. Oh, you mean Shield? Yeah. They're fun games. I definitely enjoyed making videos on them. I think people are starting to slowly come around on them and be like, actually, these games aren't terrible. Are they the best? No. Definitely not. But are they the worst thing that Game Freak has ever done? And is it a disgrace to Nintendo console? No. Like, it's a fine video game. No, that's BDSP. BDSP is also not that bad. I kind of like BDSP. I understand the criticisms now after, you know, a few years have passed. But, again, this might be a bad take. I do feel like a lot of the complaining for BDSP only came out because people realized how much attention they got from hating on Sword and Shield. Because there's a lot of people who essentially just built a platform off of hating on Sword and Shield. And then, people try that with BDSP. Didn't work as well as they did with Sword and Shield, but still. Almost went with BDSP. BDSP does have more valid criticism, I think, than Sword and Shield does anyway. But at the same time, like, it is kind of annoying how the biggest complaint is it's not platinum. Like, I understand it, but also, like, it was not branded as a platinum remake. It was branded as a Diamond and Pearl remake. So, like, it's just rough. Like, Fire Red Leaf Green didn't have yellow changes. Oh, I have to switch PP next encounter. Heart Gold Soul Silver did have crystal changes, though. And then Oras was like its own thing. Never played any newer than Gen 3, so I want to have my return to the series quality. I would recommend, if you have a DS that is, I would recommend playing Gen 4 on the DS as opposed to BDSP as your first experience. Although I guess that'll be way more expensive if you don't have the game, so you might as well just get BDSP. Like, from a casual perspective, like gameplay-wise, it's like it's literally the same experience that you're gonna have. But if you're a more hardcore Pokemon fan that wants to go a bit more in-depth, you will notice some differences. Never owned a DS. Okay. They're not too expensive, at least. You can get a DS Lite for like 50 bucks or so. Pidgeotto! Let's go! Definitely having good Pidgeotto luck today. This might get me to 20, actually. No. Because that Pidgeotto gives you, like, 3 to 4 times XP of anything else here, and, like, 10 times the XP of a Caterpie. Couldn't go to college fellow for playing Pokemon on the DS. Yeah, I feel that. That's how I was a little bit with Platinum. I remember when Platinum came out, that's when I was going into high school. And I remember thinking, like, I'm too cool for Pokemon. And I stopped playing Pokemon for a little while. But granted, I still played Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is, like, equally, if not more nerdy. And then, like, a year after Platinum came out, I got, like, really back into Pokemon again. I got Platinum, played it, loved it. That was, like, the only year or so where I was, like, out of Pokemon, so to say. Like, I wasn't playing the games, wasn't watching the anime. Stuff like that. Although, around that same time, I did play through Yellow again. So, it was realistically only, like, a few months. It wasn't even a year. I never got into Magic the Gathering. I'm sure I would like it if I did. Or if I got into it when I was younger, I would like it. It's just something I never picked up. $20! Let's go! Finally! A new Pokemon! Raticate! Let's go! 11 Pokemon, chat! Oh, what just happened there? Why the screen flickered for me? I don't know if it flickered for you guys. That was weird. Like, flickered blue. Alright, Raticate, you're done. And now I think it's just Max, right? Is Mecha out of PP? Yes. So it's just Max. I think. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm being so inefficient right now. Did I use Flawless? I did. Just Max, and Max takes the longest because Max has a ton of PP. And Max is just going to get more PP pretty soon. And Max also has to be the highest level out of everything we have. So it works out. It should get to a point where we're literally just leveling up Max. And at least Max consistently one-shots every Pokemon with any move it has. Since I started to stream a little bit earlier today, I'll be able to squeak in an extra half hour or so than originally planned. And that half hour is going to make a difference. So that's awesome. And then tonight I'll stream for at least 2 hours to get to 5. I'll try to do it for 2.5 to get to 6 hours. That way today is only an hour shorter than the rest of the streams this week. Well, in terms of total like stream time today. Can you pick your own starter in a randomizer? I've always wanted to start with a Natu. I'm sure there's ways to do that. I think there is actually a way to do that. I don't mess around with randomizers too much anymore though. But I think in the program, you could change your starters to whatever you want. What's up, Monster? How's it going? It's doable. Yeah, that's cool. The Sun and Moon remixes sound so good. Oh, this is Lily's theme again. I said the same thing about the song yesterday. Sun and Moon has a lot of music that I don't like, but there also has a lot of music that I really like this theme. Let's Go version of Gen 2. That'd be awesome. That would be cool. I know a lot of people didn't like the Let's Go games, but I would love to play Johto on the Switch. I don't know what Pokemon they would pick for it, though. That's the problem. Meryl's the most obvious one. Or they could just do, Let's Go Johto. And just have one game. And, you pick your starter, like in the originals. They could do that, why not? That'd be kind of cool. I think I'd prefer that, to be honest. But if they did the traditional 2 games, it would probably be Meryl and then... I have no idea. Togepi, maybe? Meryl and Togepi are the 2 most iconic Gen 2 Pokemon, right? Mareep? I don't think they do Pichu. I think Pichu's too similar to Pikachu and people get confused. Meryl and Togepi seem like the most probable ones. But I don't think Togepi and Meryl are as recognizable as Pikachu and Eevee are. So that's why I think they would just do Let's Go Johto. Or or just do Let's Go Gold and Silver. Let's Go Gold, Let's Go Silver. And then you pick your starter. The thing if they did that, though, I highly doubt they would include Kanto in it. So people would be so mad about that if there was no Kanto. Although, by the time they make another Let's Go game, it would probably be on the Switch too, right? So, maybe they would put Kanto because Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee would have been the generation before, or the system before. And, like, realistically, if they did do Let's Go Johto, it wouldn't come out until the earliest 2026, which would have been 8 years after Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is, like, a pretty big gap. $27. Still got to play the evolution. Just one more level, and then we can let Pidgey evolve. So then we learn a new move, and then we're all good. And then we'll get to 12. We might be able to level up Pidgey before I have to end stream in an hour or so. Hour and a half or so. Might gain one more level in that time, which would be pretty nice. Is that a Tamagotchi emote? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love Tamagotchis. Speaking of Tamagotchi, I'm starting using my Pokewalker again for Horkultzal Silver since doing the badge quest. And I have it in my pocket right now. It's a pretty useful tool to get some items. It sucks that you can't get shiny Pokemon from it, but you get items at least. Catchers to your wrist for long gaming sessions. That's cool. I have a Tamagotchi, the Uni, that's like that. And it has like a wrist strap. It's like a watch. I have to like walk more though to get better items because I want to unlock other areas. Because some areas you get better Pokeballs, and that's really what I want. I want like the dive balls and stuff, so I can catch shiny Pokemon and cool Pokeballs a bit easier. I'm also gonna farm the Apricorn balls a lot. Ooh, another Pidgeotto. I'll have a Pidgeotto soon. Just to burn through these quick attacks, and we can go back and heal. Don't think we'll get to 28 before we heal, but we'll get close. Oh, I should save the game too. It's been about an hour. Thank you, Mandalorian Lawyer, for the follow. Appreciate it. How's it going? Proof YouTube folks actually come over to Twitch. Appreciate that, dude. A lot of people... See, I think it's the vocal minority that don't come over. Because I don't know what it is about YouTube viewers, but there's YouTube viewers who, like, hate Twitch with a passion. And I don't think it's necessarily Twitch itself that they hate. It's more so the fact of they just do not want to be able... They do not want to go to another app or another website to watch content when YouTube has so much more that they'd rather watch. Which I kind of understand, but I really, really, really dislike streaming on YouTube for like so many reasons. And I'm glad to see that there are some people like you who come over still. Haven't been this relaxed playing games since my 4-year-old was born. I miss this so much. Yeah, just chilling, playing Pokemon. Listen to some chill music. I talked about this a lot in yesterday's stream, though, about streaming on YouTube versus Twitch. And, like, one of the biggest things that I think is very important to look at is there's a lot of Twitch streamers who have tried the YouTube streaming. Pretty much every single one of them have gone back to Twitch. If you look at the really, really big streamers, the ones that were paid to stream on YouTube with their contract, a lot of their contracts ran up recently in the last few months. Every single one of them went over to YouTube, went over to Twitch again. Ludwig, Courage, Valkyrie, like all of them stream on Twitch now. Dr. Lupo, like every single one that had an exclusive YouTube contract is now on Twitch. There's a lot of other streamers that I watch that I know of too that tried the whole YouTube streaming, tried the multi-streaming. Every single one of them stopped back on Twitch. There's a small handful of people that I've seen that still upload videos to their YouTube channel and also stream every few days or consistently, like multiple times a week. But the like 99% of them always go back to Twitch. Yeah, multi-streaming is not fantastic either, though. Like at the end of the day, it's still YouTube streaming. Less immature people on chat here on Twitch. That is true. You wouldn't think that, but that is true. Yeah, YouTube has a way better VOD system. That is also true. I do have to say that YouTube, from a viewer standpoint, has a lot better tools. Like, you can rewind, the quality is a bit better, stuff like that. But from the creator standpoint, Twitch is just so much better. To put things in perspective, right? So when you stream on Twitch or YouTube, you have your creator dashboard. And this is where you can see all the back-end stuff, who followed. You can run an ad break. You can do all of these other things that you need to run the stream. On YouTube, right? Their system for that, their dashboard, their stream manager, has been the exact same, looks exactly the same as when YouTube started pushing streaming in 2016, 9 years ago. Very, very few new features have been added, and of those few new features that have been added, they are either completely broken and don't work, or don't work how they should. So for example, on Twitch, a big feature is raiding, where you can end your stream and send all of your viewers over to a raid to watch another stream, which is cool. On YouTube, that feature is there, but just does not work. It just doesn't work. It's been broken since they released it like 2 years ago, and they just have not fixed it. They have memberships, which is their own form of subs. You can gift those now, but you have to, one, opt into being able to receive gifts if you're a viewer, and 2, you cannot gift subs or receive gift subs if you're watching on mobile. Still. It's just such a pain. Could you imagine streaming on YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok and Snapchat? Oh, you can stream on Snapchat? What? I have considered trying TikTok streaming. I've heard that TikTok can get like an insane amount of viewership, and unlike with streaming on YouTube, it doesn't negatively impact your other forms of content, which is great. Because if you stream on YouTube, I've heard conflicting things, but I've heard more things supporting the fact that if you stream on YouTube, it hurts your regular content. So that's not good. Unless you drastically alter how you stream, and instead of streaming, say, multiple times a week, you stream once a month, if that, and it's a big event, which is not something I want to do. Immature IRLs on Twitch with mature chat for some reason, and YouTube's the other way around, immature chatters with mature streamers. Is that true? I think TikTok and Instagram have a lot of bot viewers. Maybe. I don't know. That's another thing that a lot of creators don't necessarily realize too, though, is that more viewers does not equal better. I know it was a big trend recently with YouTube where you can essentially stream in the TikTok format where it appears in the Shorts tab, and people would see like insane views, which is like cool, but people would only, like the retention on the viewership was so low, or they would only watch for like a short amount of time and then click away. And also, of those viewers, barely any would like subscribe or anything, so like what's the point? The AI people come into Facebook and Insta. I've heard a little bit about that, and I don't really understand it. It's like, what, they're making AI accounts, which is like kind of weird. Exactly, quality over quantity. I guess that's a good way to look at it, actually. Yeah. Like, I can stream on YouTube right now, and I guarantee you I'll have minimum 3 times the amount of viewers I have on Twitch right now. But those viewers will ask me the same question over and over again. I mean, like, individual people asking the same question over and over again. Because I remember when I was streaming on YouTube, I'd have somebody come in and they'd ask me, like, hey, how are you recording on your Pokemon Yellow? I'd answer them. 2 minutes later, the same person will ask the same question. See, I don't mind being asked the same question if it's different people asking me the question. But when it's the same person asking me, like, 2-3 times, it gets annoying. And then also, it would just be, like, they'd be spammy and stuff and, like, immature. And I've seen a lot more bots on YouTube streaming than Twitch. I don't know. What's up, Ochano Mizu? Am I saying that right? Lurking yesterday morning when you were at 7-151. 4 more is good hustle. Yep. It's a big grind this early on. Appreciate that, though. How's it going, dude? It's going to be actual accounts, but AI will be talking to you instead of a real person. What? That's so strange, dude. Oh, I'm out of PP. Let's go heal. Think they asked the same question because they probably didn't hear the answer to the video glitch. See, like I said before, like, again, I don't mind different people asking the same question, but I would see that more on YouTube. Like, on Twitch, typically if somebody asks me a question and I answer them, they won't ask the same question again 2 minutes later. But on YouTube, like, a lot of the time, someone asks me a question, I'd answer them, and they'd ask me, like, again and again and again. Oops, I walked in the grass by accident. Use your voice glitched a few minutes ago. I didn't realize that. Like, sure, it could be that sometimes, but also, like, when you look at the fact that that very rarely happens on Twitch versus it very regularly happens on YouTube, it's like, I think it's more than just the stream glitching sometimes. Sometimes people would ask a question, I'd answer them, and then they'd, like, keep asking, and they'd be like, oh, sorry, I had stream muted. It's unmuted now. It's like, brother, why would you ask me a question with the stream muted and expect to know what I'm saying? Like, what? They could be trolling too. That's true. I know, it's so funny because this VOD will go up on YouTube and like YouTube viewers will watch it and be like, haha, he's making fun of me. Which like, that's not exactly the case. It's more frustrating when I get comments mad at me that I'm streaming on Twitch and not YouTube. And then I stream on Twitch and don't see those same usernames in chat. And it's like, well, if you're not going to watch anyway, then like, what's the point of complaining? I don't know, that's enough rambling about YouTube streaming. I rant about that way too much, and YouTube just doesn't care about streaming. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, they just do the bare minimum, if that, to progress the platform and make it better for creators. And they could so easily just take over the streaming space, but they are just so incompetent to do so. Like, that's just what it comes down to, I guess. What's up, Battle of the Eagle? Thanks for following. Appreciate it. Thank you, Luma Lens, for following. How's it going? Should get to level 28 on Pidgey very soon. And then we can finally let it evolve. Move that counter to 12 and only be 8 levels away from Pidgeot. Just so you enjoy the games you play. Yep, that's a good way to look at it. Because I've tried YouTube like so many times. I don't know if you guys were around for that, but like 28. Let me finish my thought. I've tried YouTube streaming so many times. I've tried multi-streaming. I've tried exclusively streaming on YouTube. Every single time, I'm like, wow, Twitch is way better. But yeah, back to the challenge. Level 28. Learning Wing Attack, so we finally have a new move. Oh man, we can let this Pidgey evolve. So we're gonna forget Sand Attack. We don't have to press B this time. Max is evolving. Finally. 12. We did it. Pidgeotto is here. Yeah, having multiple chats is annoying too. It does get a little overwhelming having to worry about both chats. I have a different sprite now. It's so weird. Finally, a new Pokemon. It's after like, what, 9 hours of game time, a new Pokemon. So we're at about 9 hours and 20 minutes of game time right now. I don't think the goal of fighting Brock at around 10 hours is going to happen anymore. There's no way we get 8 levels on Pidgeotto in an hour. Like, even 13 hours, I hope. If it's past 13 hours, I'll be upset. I do think I am playing pretty optimally, though. That's a big reason why I decided not to set up a shiny hunt going on at the same time as this, because I knew if I did that, I would play slightly less optimally in yellow version, focusing on the shiny hunt as well. I just want this to be as efficient as possible. It's not necessarily a speed run, but I do want to do this as quickly as I can. Right, grinding so much again? So I'm doing a Professor's Oak challenge, which means I have to get every possible obtainable Pokemon before each gym. So before I fight Brock, I have to get Pidgeot and Primeape and a few other evolutions. Basically, I have to fill out every possible dex entry I could before each gym battle. And most of that grinding happens before Brock because of Pidgeotto, basically. Oh yeah, Mac could easily solo Brock. It'll be level 36. It might not one-shot the Onyx, because Onyx has good defense, but it can definitely tank hits. It'll be 20-something levels above. Only level 4. Yeah, it's tedious, but it'll be a cool challenge to complete. There aren't too many videos of it on YouTube, so that's also cool. Also doing some chill work in game, playing Minecraft, and just got fences around my village. Now doing yard work because these villagers are lazy and don't know how to mow their lawns. I haven't played Minecraft in a few years, but I used to love doing stuff like that. Just like setting up farms, setting up villages, mining, stuff like that. I watched a video on Minecraft kind of recently, actually, and like some of the updates over the last few years, they've added so much. I feel like in the last 3 years of Minecraft, they added more than they did in the previous like 6. There's so much in there. Because I played like a good amount of Minecraft from like 2010 to like 2015. I played so much Minecraft. Then I didn't play too much for a few years. And then in 2019, I started playing it a little bit more. Played it a little bit in 2020. 2021, I played a lot. And I kind of stopped since then. Since like late 2021, I haven't played too much. I actually have had Minecraft installed on my PC, and it's been almost like 2 years since I like reset this PC, and I just never bothered to reinstall it. Minecraft and Fortnite got really interesting. Fortnite's awesome. I get in like a Fortnite mood like once a year or so where I play for like a week a lot. Fortnite's a fun game. I know it gets a lot of like, it gets made fun of a lot, but like it's genuinely like a fun game. I used to really like H1Z1 too. That was an older Battle Royale game. That was the first one I ever played, like maybe 2016 or so. Yo, what's up, Max? You're so buff. Yup, so buff, but not buff enough. Still need about 8 more levels to be a Pidgeot. And then I can fight Brock. Playing with my son, they added so much. The Lego stuff is neat. Yeah, it's cool they have the Lego sets. Played H1Z1 for a few months, then I got into PUBG. I tried PUBG, and I was never, like, that into it. I don't know what it was about it. I just, like, didn't like it as much. I remember playing, I think it was Realm Royale, is what it's called? That was made, I forget the name of the company that makes it, but they make a few other games. And all of their games are basically, like, not necessarily knockoffs, but very similar versions of other existing games. Like, they have a game that's basically Overwatch, but not. And they have, like, a few games like that. And they had one called Realm Royale that was pretty solid. I played that a little bit. I never got into Warzone much, too. I played it a little bit. I used to love Call of Duty when I was younger, too. But, I don't know, something about Warzone, I just never got super into it. Maybe I'll try it out again. I haven't played since Warzone 2 came out, and Warzone 2 came out, like, 2 years ago. I never got much into Final Fantasy, no. I've tried a couple of them. I tried Final Fantasy X on the Switch. Like the chibi version, I forget what it's called. And it wasn't bad. That's the only one I've tried. I'm sure I would like it if I, like, dedicated the time, but it's, like, such a time investment, games like that. I'd rather spend my time grinding in Viridian Forest than Pokemon Yellow version. Yo, Pidgeotto, let's go! Hell It Loose is my favorite shooter. Now, I never heard of that. PaPaSea Pokemon are what I play the most, apart from sim racing games. I gotta stay alert since I go racing at Pro League to run some Blue Moon. That's kind of cool. See, aside from Pokemon, which I, like, play all the time, there's, like, a few other games that I have, like, my phases with. Like, usually Harvest Moon every couple of years. I get back into Harvest Moon. Lately, I've been really into PS1, PS2 games. I'm playing a lot of them, been collecting them. I haven't played in a couple weeks, but I have a lot. Beyblade for PS1. I have that game. I got that not that long ago, actually. It's a cool game. Somebody at least played Chrono Cross. I have not played it, but I know what it is. On PS1, PS2, I've been playing a lot of Ape Escape 1 and 2. I've been playing some of the Spyro games, Jak and Daxter. I beat Shadow the Hedgehog. I've been playing Sonic Heroes a little bit. PS1 and PS2 just have so many good games. I have Forbidden Memories. I haven't played it recently, though. I had that from when I was a kid. Okay, I still have wing attack, BP. Just checking. I don't even know if Pidgeotto will get to 29 before I run out of PP. Like, that's how little XP we get. It's so sad. Another thing that kind of sucks is, like, as cool as it would be to have, like, a fully complete copy of Pokemon Yellow, there's really not much extra stuff you can do in Yellow after completing the dex, right? Crystal, at least you could shiny hunt, you could do the battle tower and stuff like that, and there's a few other things you can do, but in this game it's like, oh, that's it. What's a Magnasword? How are you? I'm doing good, just still grinding in the forest. My favorite Pokemon is Swalot. Slowpoke's a cool Pokemon, though. You have a Mew. You have a Mew and a Game Boy tatted in your forearm. That's pretty cool. I don't have any like tattoos at all, or Pokemon tattoos for that matter. But my friend Quick Panic, he also streams and shoutouts and stuff on Twitch. He has like a whole sleeve of like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. That's awesome. Once I mean you can't trust people with tattoos. Did I actually say that? That's the only thing I would say as a joke, but I don't remember saying that at all. You don't have any tattoos, Max, right? No, it sounds believable. It does. It does sound believable. Your entire left arm is tattooed. Is it actually? Why? I don't remember this. Although you always wear sweatshirts, so like I would have never seen it. I don't think you've ever shown me then. Because every time I see you, you're wearing a sweatshirt. Your sleeves are never, or your arms are never exposed. Someone's sleeve gets rolled up, okay. that you're getting a PaPaSea tattoo, yeah? When I was in Toronto with Quick Panic, we were talking about getting matching tattoos that said 8192, which is like the odds of finding a shiny Pokemon. And honestly, I would have done it. We just didn't have time to do it. But I think that'd be a sick tattoo. Just 1 in 8192. In like the Pokemon, in like some kind of Pokemon font. Be sick. The people would be like, why do you have a number tattooed on you? And that's explain. Like, oh, that's the odds of finding a shiny Pokemon in the Generation 1 through 5 Pokemon games. They'll be like, oh, that's interesting. It's going to be me and a Swallow, and it's going to say, we swallow a lot. Alright, bet, do it. But it's a tattoo of stats, and it says his personal IV stats. He's a heavy guy, so he has 30 on speed. That's pretty funny. Yo, 29! We did it! Did not think we'd level up before I ran out of PP again. But I still have a decent amount of PP. I still have all my wing attacks, don't I? Or did I already switch to wing attack? I don't remember. No, didn't use wing attack yet. Not getting to 30 with it, but that's still cool. Oops. I'm optimistic we could do this tonight, chat. Get out of the forest, that is. I'll be live for a little less than an hour. That'll bring us to about 3.5 hours of game time today, which will be 10.5 hours total. And then tonight, if I stream for 2.5 hours, it'll bring us to 13 hours. Should beat Brock tonight, chat. Should beat Brock. I'll stream for at least 2 hours, and then see how close we are to fighting Brock. And if I think we can do it in like less than an hour, I'll keep doing it. But I think it'll take a long time. I won't do it. And then as soon as I beat Brock, probably just end the stream. Because we have a bit of setup to do after Brock. We have to dodge a few trainers on the next route, catch the new Pokemon that we can find there, and then go back and fight the trainers, get the XP, all that. Which I'm coming back on tonight, probably around 6 p.m. Eastern. So a little less than 7 hours from now, if you're in a different time zone. Yeah, I'm going to get off, have lunch, and then I have to do something this afternoon. And then I'll probably, like, work on getting the VOD up, do some other things, and then eat dinner, come back. Having Chinese food a bit later. Good food is a good time. Ooh, I love Chinese food, dude. I've been really into lo mein lately. Like, I've always liked lo mein, but never really ordered it too much. And last week, we tried a new Chinese restaurant near my girlfriend's house, and it was just amazing. I got chicken lo mein. And last night when I went to All You Can Eat Sushi, they also had, like, other dishes you can get. And we had beef lo mein, too. And that was so good. Pizza buffet for you today. Ooh, that sounds awesome. There's a pizza buffet near where my sister lives, and it's like, I've only been there once, but it's like really cool. You tried pho? Yeah, I've had pho. Yeah, pho is pretty good. I I've only had it one time though. I think I prefer lo mein over it. Although they're different enough though. Pho is more like a soup. It's like a spicy soup if you don't know. I guess kind of similar to ramen in that regard. You like pho more than ramen? I'll have to have pho more. I've had ramen a bunch of times. But pho only the once. And the pho that I had was spicy. I do like spicy food, but not all the time, you know? You just get regular beef broth po with no spice. I don't know what that is. Oh, no, I guess I mean no spice is literally no spice. I don't know why I thought no spice was the name of the spice. I like to add spicy stuff for myself. That sounds good. Yeah, pho place opened up in my town. I guess it was a long time ago now. I think it was before COVID. And I had it one time and like it was solid. But I thought it was like a quick takeout type place. I didn't realize it was like a full sit-down restaurant. So it felt weird going in there and ordering takeout when it was like kind of like a nice restaurant. So I never went back. But there's like a ramen place right across the street from it that's like takeout predominantly. That I've been to a couple of times. Takeout ramen's weird though, because you gotta like assemble it yourself. Maybe that's why I didn't like the pho that much. Because you have to also assemble the pho yourself at home. I'll have to go to like an actual restaurant, sit down, and have the pho. And I'll have a better experience, I'm sure. The same as pho. When you get takeout, yeah. I'm talking like if you eat it in the restaurant, it's probably much better. I was also thinking Thursday, like random, but Thursday we'll have a typical 7-hour stream in the morning. I might stream at night for another 2 hours, just doing this challenge, just to get as far as possible, because I really would like to finish this Sunday night. If I finished it Monday, it wouldn't be that bad, but I would love to have that full week to work on this video. And once I finish this challenge, like next week, I'll stream Tuesday, Thursday night, and I'll probably do shiny hunting. Because my typical stream schedule is Tuesday, Thursday night, and then like Saturday or Sunday if I can. And I mainly do shiny hunting, but since I'm doing this challenge and want to stream it all, it's like changing that schedule a little bit. But I do want to get more into shiny hunting on stream again. Especially once I get the other GameCube player in the mail, once I get the 2 capture cards ready. Doing 4 times Gen 3 hunts is going to go so crazy. Especially now that I have a second copy of Sapphire. Do 2 rubies, 2 sapphires. It's going to be sick. Yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry too. I'm going to have lunch pretty soon here. I'll end stream in about a half hour, 45 minutes or so. Have lunch. Do some things. Fix up the VOD for the VOD channel. And then I'll be back later today. Well, later tonight, rather. You know, the more I think about it, actually, if I stream for another half hour or so, and then stream for at least 2 hours tonight, we could possibly get Pidgeotto to 36, right? Because all of our other Pokemon are pretty close to being evolved and, like, us being done using them. Like, we don't have to use Raticate at all anymore. So that just gives more time to focus on Pidgeotto and Mankey. Actually, it might just be Pidgeotto, Mankey, and Caterpie that we have to level up now, right? Let me check the doc. Yeah, it is. Caterpie, we need to level up. Pidgeotto, we need to level up. We have Raticate. Oh, we need Spearow. Spearow's really close, though. We have both the Nidorans done. Spearow might actually level up and evolve before I end stream this morning. Now I'm just thinking about what I'm going to have for lunch, and I have no idea what I'm going to have for lunch. I don't think I'll have time to go and pick something up. I want to say end stream like now, but I don't want to end stream early so I can eat lunch out, you know? Thank you, say Hannibal. Am I saying that right? For the follow, appreciate it. Just Sahan, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. You know me from YouTube? Really? OG Pokemon YouTuber? I'm not that OG. There's a lot of people who are much more OG than I am. Only 5 more PP on Wing Attack, then we gotta switch Pokemon. Versus Oak Challenge, nice. Yeah, first time doing one. Oh, you missed! The 1 in 256 miss. Hasn't happened in a little while. Thank you, Pear Armpit Bandit? Am I saying that right? P Armpit Bandit? Bandit? What? I don't know if I'm saying that right at all. Gen 1 is Gen Fun. Yep. Oh, I'm out of PP. Didn't realize that. Hold on, let's just run so I can get a bit more organized here. Alright, Pidgeotto's done. Let's go with Redneck next. Wait, no. Redneck is evolved. Yes, Redneck we don't need anymore. Let's go with Silent for a bit then. Ooh, not Mecha. Silent the Caterpie. which I still somehow have a Caterpie. We already answered this, but what inspired you to do all available Pokemon as compared to doing something like a Nuzlocke level cap to make grinding more spread out and possibly easier? I didn't make the rules for this challenge, it's just how the challenge is. You're supposed to get every possible Pokedex entry before each gym leader. The way you're describing it would be a lot easier, like for example, if instead of grinding Pidgeotto to 36, I waited till I can get a higher level Pidgeotto, then evolve that later in the game. That would definitely be better. Like, in terms of just trying to get as many Pokemon as fast and efficiently as possible, that is better. But the way the Oak Challenge works is you have to get every possible encounter before the gym. Yeah, it's a little brutal. It's gonna take roughly 10 to 13 hours or so of just grinding in the forest, but we're towards the end of that. We've been going for... Oh, it's gonna be 10 hours, actually. I think it's almost 10 hours. Yeah, because we've been streaming for 3 hours, and we got 7 hours of gameplay yesterday. So at least another 2-3 hours of grinding from here. Can I get to level 7 here? No. What's up, Ollie? How's it going? What's left? Caterpie into Butterfree. Spearow into Fearow. Mankey into Primeape. And then Pidgeotto into Pidgeots. Okay, Salen's done for now. Let's go to Mecha. Mecha might evolve before I have to heal it again. It evolves at 20, it's currently level 19. The only issue is Mecha only has Peck as its only attacking move. Which is a good move. But just low on PP. No, I got both the Nidorans already, Gentry. Those evolve at level 16. I caught male and female. And they already passed 16, so I boxed them. We're not going to need them again until we get Moonstones. And I don't have to level them up again to evolve them after the Moonstone. We were at least able to evolve Pidgey to Pidgeotto though, because it learned Wing Attack. So that makes it slightly faster and like slightly easier. Let me save the game just to be safe again. Yeah, almost at 10 hours. And believe it or not, Yellow version's one of the easier games to do this challenge on. It's a Retro Snake. How's it going, dude? Still in the forest. I am going to have to end stream pretty soon, though, guys, in about a half hour or so. But I will be live again tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or so. In roughly 6.5 hours from now. Just have some things I need to do this afternoon, and then I'll be able to focus on grinding more. I still want to try to get to around 7 hours a day of gameplay. Because if we stick to that, and we do roughly 7 hours a day, Monday to Friday, that'll bring us to 35 hours. And then if I play Sunday night for 2-3 hours, that'll bring us to like 37, 38. And that should be enough time to beat the challenge. But tomorrow we'll get a full 7 hours straight, roughly 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. again. Thursday we'll do the full 7 hours, and I'll stream again at night even for another 2 hours or so to get 9 hours then. That'll make up for today being slightly shorter. What's up, Teach? How's it going? Grind's going good. Got a couple of Pokemon evolved today. Can you repeat? I was looking at plans. So, I'm planning on streaming plan on having at least 7 hours of gameplay of Pokemon Yellow a day. Today, though, I have to end stream in about a half hour or so. But I will be back again tonight and stream for at least another 2 hours to get us to at least like 5.5, 6 hours of game time today. And then Thursday night, I'll stream another hour, or probably 2 hours, I should say, at night to bring us so we average at least 7 hours a day of streaming this Monday to Friday, which will bring us to around 35 hours of game time. And that's about how long it should take to beat the game. It might take me a few hours longer though, so I'll stream for a few hours Sunday night as well, for at least 2-3 hours Sunday to bring us to roughly 37, 38 hours of gameplay. Which should be enough to beat the game. And if that's not enough to beat the game, we have Monday. And I could stream 7 hours Monday to bring us to like 45 or so hours, which is definitely enough time to beat the game. So at the absolute latest, we should beat this Monday. Hopefully Sunday, though. And Mecha should be really close to getting to level 20, which will evolve into Fearow at. I've also decided for the nicknames, I was thinking about this before, I'm going to reserve nicknames only to subscribers and not name Pokemon after everybody because it's getting a little annoying to figure out what Pokemon is what, especially when I have to box Pokemon and withdraw them later. Like, I don't remember what Nidoran and Nidorino's, or Nidorino and Nidorina's names are. And I'm going to have to withdraw them later to evolve them. So, just to make things slightly easier, I'll limit it to just subscribers. I'm not going to catch Pokemon for a little while, though. That's the only thing. Like, the next time I'll catch a Pokemon will be tomorrow, most likely. Request the Dratini. We're not gonna get Dratini for a while. Maybe. We'll see. If you're around when I get the Dratini, maybe. Oh, that was Pidgeotto for a second. One more Pidgeotto would probably knock us over to 20, because he gives a lot more XP. Although this Pidgey might do it too. We've been at 19 for a little bit. Nope. This is a remix of the Azalea Town theme song by Glitch City. All the music we're playing on the stream is from her. If you go to her YouTube channel, she has a live stream going on that's just music. That's what we have playing. Whoa, it lived. That's surprising. The level 8 Pidgey can live a peck. Are you also level 8? Level 6. Okay, level 6 shouldn't get knocked out. This one might knock us to 20. I feel like we've been at 19 for a while and we've got a decent amount of XP. No, dude. What the heck? Thank you, the Ghost Toast, for following. Appreciate it. Level 8 Pidgey, will it live? No, that one died. Oh, Pidgeotto. Does she give some fat XP? I'm actually gonna Fury Cutter here because it should do more damage. Oh, maybe not actually. 4 hit, 4 hit. Let's go. Level 20. Oh boy. Mega's evolving. Fearow, let's go. Pokemon 13. Bam. Now we're done with Fearow. And we just have Flawless left, right? Yeah, Redneck's done. I have to remember to deposit these Pokemon next time I go to heal. Flawless needs 11 more levels. It's gonna be rough. At least low kicks are starting to one-shot the bugs now. For a little while, it was a two-shot, which is really annoying. Wait, you lied? You and your GF have that one shirtless pic of me, and you can see my tattoos. Oh, that's true. I remember that. I completely forgot about that. When Emerald was my first Pokemon as a kid, I played a lot. Every time a new Pokemon comes out, I keep playing Emerald. I go back to the older games a lot too. I would love to get a second copy of Emerald. I'd probably end up getting a Japanese one because they're much cheaper, but even Japanese ones are pretty expensive, like 60 bucks or so. I bought a bootleg one that was only $3, which like seems to work fine. Ooh, level 18, cool. English ones are like over 200, it's insane. I want to check my Pokedex real quick and make sure I have the count right. Yep, 13. I go through rounds for playing Pokemon game, but physical special split is rough in Gen 3. Yeah, it does get annoying sometimes. Is the Game Boy region locked? Do you need a Japanese Game Boy to play Japanese copy? No, the original Game Boy is not region locked. I think the Game Boy Micro, strangely, is region locked. I could be wrong on that though. But regular Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance SP is fine. Nintendo DS is not region locked either. 3DS is region locked though. However, even though the 3DS is region locked, where like an American one can't play a Japanese 3DS game, an American 3DS could still play Japanese DS games. I'm a boomer, so instead of learning the special split, I made a version of Platinum without it. That is kind of funny. Did I already do Pidgeotto? I did, right? Okay. So it's just Mankey we have to grind up, and then we go back and heal. We'll deposit some Pokemon, then we heal. And then come back to the forest. Missed low kick there too, I just realized. I don't know if low kick is 100% accuracy and if that was a Gen 1 miss or what. If you don't know, by the way, in Gen 1, every single move has a 1 in 256 chance of just missing. Just for no reason. So even if a move is 100% accurate, it can still miss. Because Gen 1. You'll see the original Pokemon games. Earliest I ever played was Golden Stadium 2. Stadium 2 is great, though. 90% in general for Gen 1, I think, for Logic. Oh, I didn't know that. So that was just a regular miss, most likely. No, I've never seen Squid Game. It seems good. It's funny, I was watching Netflix last night, and a trailer for the new Squid Game came out, and I was like, you know, I've never seen this, and I've heard it's insanely good. I should probably watch it. If I'm not mistaken, though, wasn't season 1 in Korean, and then they, like, subtitled it? So, like, is it in English now, or is it still in Korean, or what? I've watched a show called Money Heist, which was in Spanish, but then they dubbed it. So, like, live-action dubbing is a bit weird, but it was still really, really good. And they have season 1 dubbed. Okay, good. I would watch it dubbed. I don't like reading when I watch stuff. It's all in Korean, but it has an English dub. Okay, that's good that's dubbed, because I thought it might just be subtitled only. Because I remember when I first heard of Squid Game Season 1, people I knew watched it, and I think at the time it was only subbed. Little how they speak, but cool premise yet terrifying. Yeah, Money Heist did a really good job of dubbing, though. Where, like, if you look really hard, you can tell it's dubbed, but, like, they still did a fantastic job with it. I guess because Spanish to English is a lot easier to dub, because a lot of the sentences you would say would be the same length. You know, a lot of the words are similar in English to Spanish, but Korean to English is, like, wildly different. So it's much harder. Pokemon Stadium was the first game I played at my buddy's house. That's awesome. I think the first video game I ever played was Diddy Kong Racing on N64. I'm like almost positive that was the first video game I ever played, because it's the oldest N64 game that I have, and it's the game that I remember playing a lot as a kid. Diddy Kong Racing is underrated. It's so fun. It's a fun game. I remember they re-released it for the DS, or remade it, whatever, for the DS, and I played that a lot too. I never had Mario Kart for the N64, but Diddy Kong Racing, that was my game. I like that it had like a proper story mode too, that wasn't just like completing all the different courses like in Mario Kart. Because in Mario Kart, the story is just completing all the courses in each CC. But Diddy Kong Racing has like a story with like different levels and an overworld. It's kind of cool. Also has airplanes and boats. First game I ever played it was like Melee or Tony Hawk skateboarding game. I never played those Tony Hawk games till recently. I got one on the Dreamcast like over the summer and I played it a bit. It's pretty cool. I think it's the second one that I have. I think first one's on PS1. Also, first one might be on Dreamcast too, actually. I'm not 100% sure. You watch some Spanish dubs, the voice actors are terrible. I never watched a Spanish dub. I know for like anime, it was like a common trope that like, oh, excuse me as I like choke there. It was a common trope like the English dubs are terrible. I don't watch too much anime, but the English dubs I've seen are pretty good. I don't know. I know people argue like, oh, the inflection and emotion in their voice. And it's like, okay, maybe they have more emotion in the Japanese version, but also I have no idea what the hell they're saying because it's in Japanese. So, you know? Could never get into anime. I used to be really into it when I was in college. I watched a lot of anime. I watch One Piece now. But aside from that, I don't watch other stuff. I'm okay as long as I understand it. Yeah, I feel the same. Big Bang Theory clears. I love Big Bang Theory, dude. Level 19, cool. Which also for vibing, working after the chat every now and then. Yep, that's how it goes when you're just grinding. Shiny hunting streams are the similar. So once I get back to shiny hunting more on stream, we could do a lot of chilling. I'm going to hold off on going super hard on the shiny hunting streams until I get the second GameCube set up and the 2 more DS capture cards done. Which should hopefully be by the end of the month. Oh, I still have Scratch PP. I didn't realize that. What I think I'm going to do, though, is run out of PP, whatever move I'm using right now, go to the Pokemon Center, deposit the Pokemon I don't need anymore, heal, and then end stream until tonight. I plan on having a lot more day streams though in general. Like I'm really trying to focus this year on having my streams tie into the content I'm making on my main channel as much as possible. So like I'm anticipating that this video will do well. So then the next First Oak Challenge will also stream here, which will be Crystal or Ruby Sapphire. I'm not sure if I want to go in order of generation or just do whatever the heck I want. I do want to do Crystal, of course, but I also really want to do Ruby and Sapphire because I want to do both themes at the same time, which will be really neat. But also, like, once I start doing other Oak challenges, Every single stream I do won't be the Oak Challenge, and it won't be every single day, most likely. Like, I'll probably work on other videos as well, besides doing the Oak Challenge all day, every day, you know? Like, when I get around to doing it on Crystal, I'll probably do, like, 2-3 days a week, stream during the day, doing it, and then at night, stream other stuff. Okay, so we don't need Mecha anymore, right? No. Yes, you also don't want to get burnt out. Silent, I still need. Redneck? I don't need. And then these three I still need. Okay. POCs all day, every day will lead to burnout. Yep. I mean, right now, the biggest reason why I'm hard focusing on this one is because I want to get the video out sooner. But once I finish this video and stuff, I can work on other things, like 2 things at the same time, basically. So instead of the Crystal Oak Challenge taking about a week, like this one's going to take, it'll take like 2 or 3. And then in the meantime, I work on other videos. Alright. That's going to be it for today, though, chat. Let me just put Caterpie in the lead. Or for this morning now, chat. I will be live later today, in about 6 hours. Just have some things I have to do. And then we'll be back. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tonight, hopefully. And, bye-bye.